At what point do you just shut the hell up? Seriously, just shut the hell up. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And I want to vent because I'm over people who come on national TV, reality shows, and expect for people not to talk about them. And then they want to play victim or become vindictive when things don't work out in their favor. Two people who are annoying the hell out of me right now: Tasha from Escape and Monique from Love After Lockup. All right, so let's start with Tasha. Now, I have already given my review on Tasha's album, and I will say it again and again. I do not like her actions. However, her album is still a good album. It's solid. I like the album. But her interviews lately, she is doing a lot of complaining. And it's more complaining, in my opinion, than her actually promoting the album. So I don't know if you guys have seen them, but there are several recent interviews that are on the web, and Tasha is still talking about how she was viewed or seen on the show. And she even blames Mona Scott Young for the messiness on the show. One, I've said it before, Tasha is wrong on so many levels, but I do not think she is the only problematic person in Escape. However, Tasha, this is not your first time on a reality show. And I know it's not your first time seeing one. And Mona Scott Young has never been known as a reality show producer that gives a positive damn message. Okay? So, what in the hell were you expecting? Editing is king on these shows. And if anyone would know that, it would be you, since you've had the experience before. You've been on multiple reality shows. And let's talk about it. Regardless on how editing was done, you still gave them a response to work with. You had a piss poor attitude on that show. So regardless on how editing was done, your true self to a certain extent came through. Now, honestly, I don't know if that's just your demeanor, because I have seen you on the other shows. You don't seem like you're really an emotional person, but damn, you have to take some responsibility. The way that you responded on certain things, I mean, there's only so much editing they can do with that. Your response was your response. And let's keep it real. Your sister is the one who dropped that massive T on you stealing money from her. So are you bitter because they didn't edit that out? So my thing is this. Okay, granted, she does look horrible on the show. But I guarantee if her own sister didn't spill that she stole Tamika's money, she stole her money, people wouldn't be so hesitant and wouldn't be looking at Tasha like she is just evil. Like, it was your issues with your sister and you taking your sister's money that made people not like you. If that wasn't in the show, they would still see you as someone who probably had a nasty attitude. But what really took people over the edge was, damn, she stole from her own sister, allegedly. So that's the issue. But again, like, I know she mentioned Candy in one of her recent interviews, and people keep saying she's always talking about Candy. But in reality, they both talk about each other. I mean, they do. Candy talks about everything on her Speak On It. But here's the reality, and it's another thing. Tasha's been in the business for 30 plus years. Candy has had a relationship with Bravo for years. I'm sure she has also had a relationship with Mona Scott Young. They're not going to make her look bad on the damn show. They're only going to do so much. She has the power. So if you didn't agree on how you were portrayed on the show or what they were doing on the show, you should have took your ass off the show. But you didn't. You stuck through it. And probably because you thought the controversy would help you, but now that it's working against you, you keep talking about what people did to you. Like, who is her damn publicist? Does she have a publicist? Because, girl, like, you have to learn how to navigate in these interviews and how to give a short answer and move on to the positive, which should be your album. So, like, for example, she had an interview with Kendra G, I believe that's her name. And Kendra asked her about a second season of Queens of R&B. My response would have been, I will not do a second season, but if there is one, I sincerely wish the girls the best, but I am focused on self-improvement in my artistry right now. Oh, but no, not Tasha. Tasha kept going on and on and on like she was a victim on the show that she chose to be on. In every reality show, there will always be a villain. But the villain doesn't have to stay the villain if you learn how to move forward. But you can't do that. Maybe it's because your guilt is eating you alive on what you did to your sister. But if you don't get the hell of that out of that victim shit and work on your internal issues, you're going to end up like Eddie Kane Jr. Literally out in the alley singing. Because this don't make no damn sense. Like, I just kept rolling my eyes like, really, girl? Like, at this point, shut up. Just talk about the album. If you are going to do press, just talk about the album, point blank, period. And if they ask you about the show, which most likely they will, you better learn how to turn that around into a positive, because you losing right now. You are annoying as hell at this point. Now, on to this booger bear, Monique. And for those who want to say I'm fat shaming, I don't give a shit. As a girl who's been plus size the majority of my life, I can't fat shame. However, I'm just shaming her, period, because her attitude is stank and how she moves is horrible. Monique has done a lot of foul stuff in a short period of time being on this show, and it all stems from her insecurity. First, she has blocked damn near every person who has talked about her, even if they weren't fat shaming her, but they were trying to hold her accountable. She just blocks them. And yet she is so quick to say she's not an insecure woman. But she is always bothered by what people say about her and even has gotten vindictive when things don't go her way. Like, for example, when she called Derek's sister an escort on Carlos King, if you notice, she did that right after Derek embarrassed her on that interview. Then she said, of course, after she got embarrassed, that, yeah, apparently she's an escort. She says she still is. She didn't say allegedly. She says she still is. Then, after the fight, and we see that clearly, whether it was production, whatever the case may be, we clearly saw that Elizabeth and Aubriana ragtagged those asses. They went in on them. And literally after that, what did Monique do? She posted Elizabeth on her page. Some foul shit about Elizabeth on her page. Monique, confident women don't move like that, boo. Confident women don't try to drag others down when they feel they have been dragged. Insecure hood rat females do that type of shit, but not secure women. Everything she says, anytime she talks about whether it's the sisters or the ex-fiance or the cast members, she's always deflecting and playing the victim. And again, it is played out. Now, she recently did a live complaining about the cast members on the show, talking about her and Derek. And this is when you know she's too fragile for TV, because in your situation, Monique, people talking about you only keeps you relevant, boo-boo. But you get annoyed and even say you're not going to be nice anymore now that fellow cast members are talking about you. What are you going to do? Because we clearly see you are all bark and no bite from the show. Cast members speak on other cast members all the time, stupid. Marlo doesn't speak on Candy. She always speaks on Candy in confessionals or in her face or on interviews. Just like Kenya speaks on Marlo. Girl, if you don't get thick skin, get your ass off of TV. You have too many other things to be concerned about than someone talking about you. And that's for both, honestly, Monique and Tasha. This also tells me they got too much time on their hands. Because there is no way in hell I'm going to be focused on people that I don't know, that I don't see every day, and be worried about what they're saying about me. Don't get on reality TV if you're not prepared for the dog out. Social media is a bitch. It is crucial. So at the end of the day, people are going to talk mess, even if you haven't done anything wrong. You're always going to have a troll. But to constantly play the victim like you didn't sign up for this, like shit, get over yourself. Have several seats. And Monique, we know you need several seats to sit your big ass down. So yeah, I said it. Anywho, what do y'all think about this constant drama and victim mentality from these girls? I don't even want to call them women because they act like kids at this point, always pointing the finger at someone else. So like, share, and subscribe, leave your comments below, but I'm over these heifers. And at this point, I really kind of want to see them off TV. So with that being said, you guys have a good day or night. Peace.